Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly, and today we are going to be reading Hollow by the Twisted Sisters. Guys, I'm so excited for this vlog today because I have been putting this on hold for so long. And here's the thing, I wanted to wait until I finished Zodiac Academy to read this, but then I realized you don't need to read Zodiac Academy because this is in a completely different world, and this is book one of a completely different series that the Twisted Sisters are working on. Have I finished Zodiac Academy? Absolutely not. I am only on book 4. Well, actually, no, I just finished book 4. And now I'm on book 5, and I need a break. I'm loving that series so much, but I need a break. That series is stressing me out. It would have been way too long, and I feel like the hype would have died down for this if I had waited to finish Zodiac before jumping into a new Twisted Sisters book. I'm all over the place. I don't care. I want to read this book. This cover is one of the most stunning covers I've ever seen in my life. Look at that dragon sprayed edge. Look at the back of this, and then even the end papers, guys. Hello. That is absolutely stunning. For some reason, I look at that man and I think Roman Reigns, and I'm here for it. Oh my god. Like, what is going on here? Like, the only thing I really know about this book is that it is about a human girl who goes into this like 50-year great hunt or something that's in a cursed forest with dark spirits and whatnot in order to save her sister, and she runs into like a fae, who I'm assuming is that guy. I'm going to assume, based on my previous knowledge of romantasy books, that humans and fae in this world do not like each other, and there's going to be some really good enemies to lovers banter in here. That's what I'm hoping for. I can't get over how gorgeous this cover is. I really can't. This is what we're doing in this video today. We are reading Hollow. I cannot wait. I love the Twisted Sisters. I feel like this will be no different. Like, I'm anticipating a 5-star read. Now, should I go into this anticipating that? No. However, like, when I hold the book, I'm feeling like 5 stars. 5 stars. This is going to be a 5-star. I really hope so. But even if it's not, that's okay. I'm putting too much pressure on you. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to sit in the car and read for a little bit while I have my solitude. It is a gorgeous day outside right now. It is like 60 degrees. I am beyond taking advantage of this amazing weather. We're finally getting like spring weather in the Midwest. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm enjoying it nonetheless. So with that said, we're going to sit here. We're going to chill out. We're going to drink coffee. We're going to read. We're going to put a playlist on that goes with the book. Hopefully there is one. I will be back with an update when I have one. Okay guys, pardon the awful lighting in here, but I just made it to chapter 4 and I am already so invested. This is going to be such a unique story. I can already feel it. And I have a couple thoughts. So it's basically about our girl Ferris here, who is going into this hunt to save her sister. There's this like cursed forest that is just taking everybody's, like literally taking everybody's land and their souls, and there's like these things called hollows that are sent out by like a necromancer king. That's all I really know right now, which is insane. I was correct. The humans and the fae do not like each other, but there's this great hunt where like the forest essentially gives them an opportunity to make the curse go away or something. Like, that's what I've gathered so far. And her sister is like stuck in the forest. Like, the way they described like this one person that was like stuck in a tree or something in the forest gave me like Stranger Things vibes in a weird way. Like, I just pictured like when Vecna had the kids all, you know. But we just met somebody named Colton. Like, we're meeting like the gang that's going to be part of this hunt and be surrounded with Ferris. And I cannot help but picture the horse from Animal Crossing. Like, that is literally all I can picture. And I know he's not our main guy, so it's gonna stay that way. The horse from Animal Crossing is in this book. Like, whenever he talks, I picture like the speech bubble thing, like, and the like, I can't. Please send help. And then on top of that, there was another guy at the beginning named Axel, who I pictured as Axel from Kingdom Hearts. He's gonna stay that way because, spoiler alert, skip here if you don't want to know literally anything. He's dead. He died trying to convince her to not go to the hunt. And I liked him. We only knew him for like 15 pages, but I really liked him. So that sucks. It gave me like when it gave Sam, if you know, you know. Like, it's not even that deep, but like they were kind of fated to be married or something, and she didn't want to marry anybody because her like goal in life right now is to save her sister. It gave Sam in a way where it just kind of happened and you were like, oh yeah, that's where we are. I'm still meeting people. They just got into the forest, so I'm gonna keep reading. But this is crazy so far, and I'm only like 40 pages in. Guys, I also just want to point out how stunning each like beginning of chapter is. Is that the right thing? Each chapter beginning. Look at this. This is one of the most beautiful books that I own. Okay, so we have discovered. I have clarification on what the Great Hunt is. There are 13 like really dark spirits in the forest, and they each carry an amulet, and you have to tame these spirits in order to get the amulet. And if you get all 13 of them, the forest will calm the hell down, okay? And the Great Hunt will be over and won. and no one's been able to do it before. This has been a recurring thing every 50 years and no one's been able to do it. So the forest keeps taking and taking and taking because reasons. I don't really know the full reasoning behind it just yet. There are 13 spirits. It's like boars, foxes, the unicorn, the phoenix, the bear, the serpent, the dragon. Our dragon friend here is probably going to be our final boss, if you know what I mean. I love that. I think that is so cool. Like, I am so invested in this, and I'm literally not even 100 pages in yet. I'm 55 pages in. I am loving this. Like, I am so invested in this. This is crazy. I really hope it stays this way, though, because a lot of the times you'll be so invested at the beginning, and then it just... You know what I mean? But I have high hopes. 13 spirits, 13 amulets to claim when taming them, 1 curse to break once they were all united, a boon to the one who did the most to return harmony to the wayward wants of the forest. What is a boon? Genuinely? What is a boon? I've read so many fantasy books. I have no idea what a boon is. I'm gonna look up what a boon is. Okay, so I've discovered that a boon is a favor. I feel dumb. I feel so dumb right now. A boon is literally just a favor. So you get all these amulets for the forest, and the forest will do you the favor. The curse will be broken. That's what a boon is. Got it. Also, guys, I literally have you guys sitting on my water cup. I have like a tumbler that's like purple and blue with cats on it. You guys are currently sitting on this. This is my situation right now. And I currently have strawberry water in there. I have the, what is it, Crystal Light wild strawberry water packets in there. Fantastic. Give me 14 of them. It is my favorite. I cannot drink just plain water. Need flavor to it. And there's caffeine in there on top of my delicious Monster. I prefer Alani, but these were in the fridge. So that's what a boon is. And what are you doing this fine day? What are you doing? No, she doesn't want the actual toy. She wants the like little stick, which is broken off 3 times already. You don't want it? Whoop. Okay, bye. Guys, now there's somebody named Gunther, and I'm just picturing the wrestler. Like this guy, that's why I need to stop, because now my worlds are colliding. Gunther from WWE and Colton from Animal Crossing are in a cursed forest together. I need to stop. I need to look up, like, see if there's, like, fan art of what these people actually look like so I can stop. This is terrible. All right, I am here. I am somewhat caffeinated, and we are here to give a book update. Today is Wednesday, the 18th of February, I believe. I slept like absolute shit last night. I have not been sleeping well, and it is driving me absolutely insane. So if this update doesn't make any sense, that's why. Update on Hollow. I made it to page 80 before I had to do some editing for a vlog that is already out by now, by the time you guys are watching this one. I'm gonna do a bit more reading this morning while I have time to chill in the vehicle. We met Hendrix. We have met our MMC. I'm already starting to think this dude is not only morally gray, but he might be morally black, and I am beyond here for it. I love me a good emo boy. He is like a prince, and he does not want to be a prince. He hates the humans and the fae. He is a fae himself. He hates all the faes. He hates all the humans. He hates everybody. He is like, I'm here for the forest, just taking everything out. I love watching people die. Like, it's, and I think I'm already in love. And I don't know what that says about me. That's really the only update I have is we met Hendrix. We got deeper into the forest. We've encountered one of the spirits that needs to be tamed. We got a chapter of who Hendrix is. Now we're back in Ferris? The FMC's POV, okay? So, gonna do more reading, gonna drink my coffee. When I have a more substantial update, I will provide it. We met Hendrix, and I have a feeling. I really hope I'm correct about this. I have a feeling I'm going to just fall in love again and again, fall in love again and again, and fall in love again and again. Gonna do some more reading, gonna drink my coffee. It is gorgeous out. I really might go sit down at like a park somewhere. We'll see what happens. Guys, someone just died. Someone that I was not expecting at all to die, let alone this soon in the book. And he's telling her like, you're lucky you survived that. And she goes, lucky, my friend is dead. And then he just kind of looked and went, unfortunate. Why did that get me? I don't know. You come to me dressed for a ball, and you won't even dance with the only other guest here? Toot toot, Lightwing. Perhaps a punishment is in order. Pretty thing she was, but she carried a burden on her, perhaps just the weight of a mortal life, but it might have been more than that. A mouth as sweet as hers should have worn 1,000 smiles, but I suspected it had worn less than she had hoped to win from life. Pity. I love emo boys. I love emo boys. That is 2 people now that have died. That is 2 people. And we're only on page 137. That's 2 people that I didn't expect to, and it's like, it's giving Hunger Games in a sense of like what the Great Hunt is. And then these people be dropping that you did not expect to drop, and there's still so much. I thought he was gonna be in the whole thing. Oh my god. Guys, what the heck happened to the nice weather? Where did it go? It's nowhere to be found. It is freezing outside today. It is so cold. It has been a hot minute since I've spoken to you about Hollow. I am now on page 359, so I'm about 65, 70-ish% of the way through this book. I actually took notes. Here's the thing. I took notes on my notes app about what I wanted to talk about with this book, but then I remembered I'm recording on my phone because I'm too broke to afford an actual camera. So I'm going to see if I remember. I do remember some. They are trapped in this forest, like this cursed forest, and they're trying really hard to break this curse, and they're encountering all these spirits that they have to tame to get these amulets, but he made her mad, and he walked around the forest and picked flowers for her. Like, hello? Y'all are literally on the brink of death in this forest, and he still made time to pick flowers for her. I thought that was really cute. Also, do you guys ever wonder when it comes to books like this that like, are they and this isn't a complaint, this is just a random thought I had. I love these 2 together so much. Like, I'm obsessed with this couple. But do you ever wonder if are these characters actually falling in love because they're falling in love and because they like each other, or because of their current situation? Like, our 2 characters here are stuck in a cursed forest together, forced to kind of work together even though they hated each other for the long, like, they still kind of hate each other at this part. They're finally somewhat starting to like each other. But my point is, or are they falling in love because of circumstance? Like, they are alone in a cursed forest. Their lives are depending on breaking this curse and getting out of there. I feel like outside of that, like once they do leave the forest and they go to their normal lives, I feel like they wouldn't have that connection so much. Like, if they didn't have this situation put in front of them, they would just continue to despise each other, especially because of the fact that she is adamant about hating the Fae so much. So, like, would they still be in love? Would they have found love? Because right now, I don't see how they're going to get out of this forest. And this is book 1. So I can already tell you there's going to be a massive cliffhanger. Also, these amulets. I don't know if I should say it because I don't want to spoil the book. If you don't want to know, this is a like minor spoiler. If you don't want to know anything, literally anything, skip to this part. It's just a little thing. It's not even that. I mean, it is pretty cool. And I don't know if it's in the synopsis. I don't think it is. Anyway, skip to there if you don't want to know this. These amulets. So they find there's 13 spirits in this forest, and they have to tame them in order to receive the amulet. And then whoever has the most amulets by the end of this great hunt gets a boon, which I discovered is a favor. Didn't know that previously. So, but what I didn't know is when you do tame the spirit and get the amulet, you can call to them at like your own will and like demand that they do things for you and they help you throughout the rest of the hunt. She got a dragon amulet. She's the only one, or that's the only one that she has at the moment, is the dragon. And he talks to her like she can hear the dragon in her head speaking to her. And I'm like, that is so, I would love if a dragon would talk to me and call me pathetic. I'd be like, yeah, I know, I'm well aware. But that is just so cool. The other thing I'm loving about this book is our MMC Hendrix is literally, guys, he is literally the definition of morally black. You go the whole book seeing him as like, not necessarily like shadow daddy, but like he thrives on people's like pain and misery because he is just so miserable. He is an emo boy. But then I just found out like a couple chapters ago why he is the way he is. It is no wonder that he thrives on getting rid of the Fae and he doesn't like his own kind and he's miserable. It was literally one of the saddest things I've ever read as far as like trauma that has happened to a Fae to turn them into who they are as a person. And yet the fact that he is falling for Ferris the way he is, and even though she's just just a human. Ferris, like, she's one of those where she's like, I am no less than you just because I'm human. Actually, us humans suffer more than your stupid fae do, because, and the one thing she said, she was like, you guys have a lifetime, you guys have an eternity as fae to fix your problems. Us humans don't get to do that. We die, most of us die before we even fully find out who we are. And I was like, okay, like that hit, that hit pretty hard. And I always love when they discuss that, because there was another book, I forget which one it was, but there was another book I read where they discussed, like, it was either like fae or vampires or something, but they have an eternity figure their shit out. With that means the fae tend to not feel as deeply or as emotionally as humans do, because we have to deal with things that mold us into who we are, and whether that be happy, sad, whatever. And we don't have all the time in the world to process things like that, so we have to live, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know when our final day is. And I cannot believe that I'm thinking that deep about a romantasy book. That's why I love these books. But then the fae at the same time are like, okay, that's great and all, but Hendrix is like, dog, I've been alive for over 600 years, I'm bored. He's like, I am so bored. We have to find our own ways to entertain ourselves after so long. And he got his entertainment by killing people, and I don't blame him after what he went through. That was terrible. I am loving this book so much. I don't want to finish it because I'm terrified of this cliffhanger. I am so scared. I guarantee it's going to be on a cliffhanger, and I'm pretty sure book 2 comes out this year. Thank goodness. And I'm picking it up the day it comes out, because I can already tell that this cliffhanger is going to ruin me. But also, guys, Hendrix is over 600 years old. I'm like, Edward who? Edward who? 109. Edward who? Right now, this is giving between like a 4.5 and a 5-star, but I figured since I'm not outright saying, oh, this is giving 5 stars, like right now it's sitting at a 4.5. We will see how it ends. Reading something else from the Twisted Sisters was a good call. It was a really good call. I'm having such a good time with this.
I'm scared. I'm doing skincare right now. What's up? This dude is obsessed with her, and I am so here for it. Rodrigo, you will answer to me. I called out to the forest. You will bend apart and offer her up to me because she is mine. Oh my god. Not once she knew why she should have run from me the very moment I laid eyes on her, because that was when my obsession had begun, and it had its talons in me now, guiding me to her, and I gladly let it take me. This face mask, I can't. No way did I just read the twist with this face mask on. I can't scream. He's the... There's no way. Oh, so my theory was kind of right. It was kind of right, but not fully. He's the... You can't tell, but I am truly shocked. Truly shocked.
Oh, hi. I'm sure you're wondering, Kelly, why do you look like a rat? Let me explain. Today is Tuesday, February 24th. I have had the worst stomach flu, like stomach bug something, of my entire life. Well, no, second worst since Friday. So I had it like all weekend. I'm finally today starting to feel normal, like normal in a sense of my stomach isn't out to get me. There's that on that. That is why I look like a rat. There's that on that. That's why I look like a rat. I did finish Hollow, which was the whole point of this vlog. We're going to get to that at the very end here. I just left Target. Well, actually, I just left Starbucks. See, they wrote hello. Was it hello or is it my name? Oh, Kelly. They wrote my name. So I left Starbucks and then I went to Target because it is February 24th, which means there was a book release today. I ended up getting 2 books. I came here only planning to get one, and then there was one that was on sale for $7. So the book that I picked up that came out today, And Now Back to You by B.K. Morrison. This is book 2 of the Heartstring series, and I read First Time Caller, book 1, and it took me by surprise. It really did. I do love romance as a genre, but I'm very picky with it. Sometimes a romance can just be the most boring thing to me. I don't know. It's really weird. I'm very, very picky with my romances. So when I read First Time Caller, I was thoroughly impressed. I have been waiting for this literally since the announcement. Look at this. It's so pretty. When I found out that this was like an interconnected standalone series, I had to pick this up. This follows Jackson and Delilah, who you very briefly meet in the first book. Like, you don't really know anything about them in the first book. This is their story. From what I know, there are 2 rival meteorologists that have to cover this like historic snowstorm together, which is really funny because like I know I told y'all I moved to the Midwest, but I grew up in New Jersey, and literally yet like 2 days ago, the entire like Northeast got like a historic blizzard. So I think it's really funny that I picked up this book now and that this book came out now, like right after a legit historical blizzard that really did happen. So like I'm going to be picturing that because like obviously my family sent me pictures and videos of all the snow. They got like 24 inches of snow. I read 2 books by BK Borison so far. I read, of course, First Time Caller, and then in December I read Good Spirits, which I gave 5 stars to. I gave a Christmas book. I am not a Christmas girly, and I gave a Christmas book 5 stars. So shows how much I really do enjoy BK Borison's writing. So I really think this is going to deliver just as well. I'm hoping anyway. I love this cover. I can't stop looking at it. Okay, so the hood was driving me nuts, so I took it off. We're gonna have to deal with the absolute disaster that is my hair, even though I'm still fiddling with it. It's all staticky because it's freaking cold out. But anyway, I did mention that I got 2 books. This book, I know nothing about. I didn't know it was coming out. I don't know when it came out. Literally just saw the author and went, yep. And also the price, because hello, it was $7, which is really weird to me, especially considering who this author is. So, you guys know the author of the Crimson Moth duet, Kristen Cicerelli, I think is how you pronounce her name. Yeah. What? I did not know about this. I had no idea about this. It's called A Dark Forgetting. It's got sprayed edges and all that. I did not know about this. I don't even know what this is about. I literally just saw her name, saw the price, and went, yup. Was this like a book she wrote before the Crimson Moth duet? And I'm just now finding out about it? I don't know, but either way, I'm excited that I have another Kristen book in my hands. Now that I've been yapping for way too damn long, as per the usual. Let's get into why you guys even clicked on this video. Let's get into my review of Hollow by the Twisted Sisters. Now, guys, it is criminal for me to give this anything less than 5 stars. I anticipated a 5 star, and that is exactly what I got with this book. I cannot put into words how much I love this book. I immediately looked up when the next book comes out, which I believe is called Lightwing, and I think it comes out in July. Not too long of a wait, but I'm gonna go crazy until book 2 comes out. This was phenomenal, and I made a TikTok about this, and I'm going to say it here too, and I swear I'm about to like get canceled for saying this, but I enjoyed this book better than Zodiac Academy. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Just okay, hear me out. I love Zodiac Academy. I'm only on book 5 at the moment. I love that series. That series is so far is very near and dear to my heart. And I love the characters, I love the story, I love everything about Zodiac, okay? But this gives me that gothic spooky vibe that I long for in a book, and it did it correctly. There is a cursed forest with these 13 spirits that they have to find and tame. And if they tame them, they get an amulet, and then these spirits can either help or hurt them on their journey to trying to break this curse of this forest and save the lost children. Hello. I just love the eerie, dark, spooky, gothic vibes of the forest setting in this book. It was so good. Our MMC Hendrix is a broken man. He is a broken, I'm going to go with morally black man. And I love him. The yearning and the tension, because they absolutely do despise each other, because like I said before, she hates the Fae, he hates everybody. And the twists in this book, I actually did not see any of them coming. And I was theorizing in my head. I couldn't even think of what it could possibly be. This book got me. The story is so good. It's gothic, it's spooky. There's discussions of like mortality and immortality and morals and love and forbidden love, really. And just it's a forced proximity, of course, because they're trapped together in this forest and they're forced to like kind of do this alliance to try to get all these amulets to get a favor. But what happens is they both want different favors, and both of them, their reasoning for their favor makes so much sense. You can't choose who deserves the favor more. You really can't. At least not my opinion. And it's just this was phenomenal. This was so amazing. Again, the absolute insane tension in this book. This is guaranteed. He fell first, and he's like a 600-year-old fae. I don't know how old our MMC is. I think she's in her 20s. Because that's usually how, yeah, I think they mentioned in the book. She's like 24. I knew I was going to love it. I did not expect it to become like one of my god tier books. Like, I love the Twisted Sisters, but I was not expecting such a fantastic read. It was perfect pacing. So much happened that just left my stomach in knots, and just this went from like enemies to reluctant allies, back to enemies to kind of lovers, and then by the end of the book they're enemies again, basically. And it's just Oh, I love it so much. This is what I want out of a romantasy book, and I cannot wait for this next book to come out. Like, I wish I annotated this because there were so many quotes that I wish I could read to you guys. The way that this man yearns for her, even though he hates her. Like, he is this dark, morally black, hates everything and everyone, but he loves her, and she, like, gave him purpose again. I suck at giving book reviews, but just trust me, if you love a dark romantasy and you love like a cursed forest type of setting with all these crazy spirits and intense yearning and enemies to lovers, like true enemies to lovers and super high stakes, it felt like you were being pulled in every direction and you didn't know which direction was the right one. 5 stars for Hollow. Cannot wait for book two. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself until book two comes out. I need to know where this is going to go. That ending was insane. Yeah, book two is going to be phenomenal. There's no way it cannot be phenomenal. Oh, that is all for today's video. I'm sorry that I'm sorry that I look like crap for the whole video. That is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm still figuring out how to vlog properly. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So if you stuck around this long, thank you so much. I will see you guys in my next video, whatever that may be. Comment down below what you are currently reading or if you have read Hollow. Let me know your thoughts. If you loved it, great. If you hated it, great. I want this to be a safe space. If you did not like this book, that is totally fine. That is totally fine. That is your opinion and your opinion is valid, okay? Reading is subjective. I want to end every video with that. Reading is subjective. Stop judging people for what they like. I'm just going to like end all my videos with that. So, I love you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.